When Michelangelo brought the Bible to life some 500 years ago, it's hard to imagine he thought his masterpiece on the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel would ever make its way from the Vatican to a shopping mall in Richmond, Virginia. But here we are. The Agony and the Ecstasy. In 1965, Charlton Heston's portrayal of a 33-year-old Michelangelo Buonarotti transported the Sistine Chapel to the silver screen.
I wanted to paint man as he was first created.
Now, a roving global exhibit is bringing visitors face-to-face with the Italian artist's visualization of the Book of Genesis.
It's almost as if we're looking at God creating the world, the beginning of Genesis, and we're seeing the cornucopia, the richness of God's creation unfolding in front of us.
From Adam's creation.
It gives me the chills. It truly gave me anxiety to see how close but not quite touching their fingers were.
Showing that tangible space between man and God, to the downfall, a pained look banished from paradise. Soon, Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel, the exhibition, will hit 80 cities, bringing to life 9 scenes from the Bible. Tiffany, I feel like you are living proof that you don't need to know anything about Michelangelo or the Sistine Chapel to appreciate his paintings.
Absolutely.
Which is your favorite?
So my favorite one is over here in the Ancestors of Christ room. There's a guy in the back that's back here. You won't be able to see that 60 feet up in Italy.
No need for a deep background in art history to appreciate this masterpiece.
Many of them say that they weren't able to see the ceiling clearly because it was so high up, or they didn't have enough time to really look at the ceilings.
The cracked frescoes shown in vivid relief, even revealing the Great Flood.
There we can see the ark, which Noah built at the instruction from God.
A level of access to the world-famous paintings that even connoisseurs can appreciate.
You've been once, and you haven't ever forgotten it, and it astonished you when you saw it. I think I've been 55 times in my life, and it never fails to astonish me every time I go in.
Professor William Wallace has written 8 books on the sculptor-turned-painter.
Michelangelo is an artist who goes from 0 to 60 in less than a second. He just is capable of undertaking monumental tasks and carrying them out so that suddenly the artist who's never painted a fresco paints the most important fresco in the world.
Some of the brass tacks, the vault is nearly 7 stories high, with some 5,000 square feet of painting. And even on a curved ceiling, Michelangelo achieves a 3-dimensional effect.
The technical challenges are astronomical, and it's just amazing how well he solved all of them. The first being, how do you get a scaffold up there? But then how do you paint 14-foot seated figures that are 14 feet high, that are on that curve, and yet make them look like they're just properly proportioned and seated, not in some kind of mirror-like thing.
Yeah, like not. It's like it could have looked like a house of mirrors. A funny
mirror, yes, yeah, exactly. Yeah. House of horrors.
Instead of horror, the awe of God.
What you have painted there, my son, is not a portrait of God. It's a proof of faith.
Whether you're religious or not, this image of God creating man is the ultimate symbol of the creation story. That's the legacy Michelangelo left when he created one of the most famous works of art in the world. Gabe LaMonica, CBN News, Richmond, Virginia.